I'm gonna call it done. It's been several hours cooking. So we're gonna get this scooped out of here and put into the jars so we can get them water bath canning. Okay, so with the canning, clearly the food is hot. It's been cooking forever. So I've got the canner going here, the water bath canner. It's not hot yet, but it will be hot by the time I get these jars done up. And I've got them in the oven set as the lowest it goes, which is like 200 or so, 175, 200, whatever the lowest one is your oven does. And that gets the jars hot because clearly you can see I have no cooktop space. So anyhow, we're going to fill the apple butter up to about 1 inch of head space right here. So like a cheat sheet with it is start here and you follow it around. It's like 1/8 inch, on and on and on and on and on. Keep on going, keep on going. You get down to the end of the rim here, this little piece that threads it, and that's like 1/2 inch. So then you're down to here, and that's about 1 inch. That's the head space. That's the amount of space you leave in the top of the jar where there's no food or liquid. That way it can do the air that it needs to do to seal the jar. That way it's a done thing. So with that, we're going to get the hot jars out of the oven and start filling them with the hot apple butter. And then that will go into the hot canner when we're done with those. So let's get that going. Okay, this is your jar lifter. This is your handle here. It's plastic, it's rolly, it's not grippy. Please ignore my fingernail. I cleaned walnuts. It's not dirty, I promise. I've cleaned it with everything. Anyhow, here is the jar part that actually picks the jar up. That's rounded, it's got rubber grippies to it. So to use it, this is how you do it here. You reach in, pick it up, close it, drop it back down by opening. That's it. That's your jar lifter. We'll use that to get jars out of the oven. Okay, so take your jar lifter like so. Grab it, just get it under the rim here, like that. Bring it over here, set it down. Careful not to touch it because it's hot. So then take your funnel. This funnel makes for your work to be not as messy. And we'll fill it up to about 1 inch of head space, like you can see she did right here. So with that, the next step is, after you get the jars filled up, is wipe your rims. That is one of the most important things you can do when you're canning, is wipe your rims. So that's pretty good. Give it a little too much. A little shaky shake. Yeah, it's close. Okay, so with that, let's show you some rim wiping. Well, that's really hard to say. So let's get, because this is a sticky food with sugar, we'll take a damp cloth or paper towel or whatever. I'm taking this out because it's a little on the full side. Take a damp cloth or towel and wipe the rim up. That way there's no debris on there to make it get stuck with the lid does not seal. Again, remember, the jars are hot, the food is hot. So use a towel or hand pad or oven mitt, whatever, and wipe it up. You make sure you got it real good and clean all the way around the whole entire top. That way the seal works. And then you do the next one, and next one, next one, whatever. So we're going to put the lid on this now. Okay, so these are some old lids that I had gotten. They clearly are not $1 anymore. I think they're Golden Harvest, maybe. I don't really remember. Anyhow, so here's the lids. They're good, nice rubber gaskets on them, not too thick where they don't let the seal happen. So your rubber gasket. Here's your concave thingy in the middle that lets you know when it's sealed or not. And this is regular mouth jars, so you got regular mouth lids. See, it says regular right there. So you put your band, your lid on there, or your flat, and you put your band or your ring, whatever you want to call it, on here, and it's finger tight is just right. So what you can get done with 3 fingers. If you over tighten it, you'll kinkle it, and then it could keep it from sealing. That's all you gotta do right there, finger tight just right. Take your jar lifter, like so, bring it and put it into the hot canner. And when I'm done, the water will be over top all the lids of the jars, and then once it's boiling, it's a 10-minute water bath. Okay, in the bottom down there, you can see a rack the silver thing with the holes in it. Pick that up, sis. I'm trying to let you see it here. There you go. That keeps the jars directly off the bottom of the pan. You can't have them touching the bottom of the pan. It causes them to rattle, and then they'll shatter them because they can't get airflow through them to actually properly water bath and can. So anyhow, that's off the bottom of the rack. So the jars are sitting on something. If you don't have a rack or a basket that comes with the water bath canner, you're using a regular pan, canning rings work. Use a dish rag, whatever. Just put something in the bottom of the canner for the jars to set on. Now you can see that there's plenty of water over the top of the jars. So I think we're going to try to squeeze one more in here. That'd be 10 jars. Squeeze that into here, and then we'll get the lid on it, and once it starts boiling, it's a 10-minute water bath, which means once the boil starts, the time starts. And then it will boil at a full rolling boil for 10 minutes before we will turn it off and remove the jars and set them out to cool. Okay, that's what the rolling boil is supposed to look like. Clearly, it's pretty hot. Okay, time is up on the timer, so it's been the 10 minutes. Turn off the stove here, get my pot holder found. As soon as I open it, the rolling boil starts to die down almost. And then from that, pull out the jars, just the same way I put them in. So, reach in here. Ooh, hotta, hotta, hotta. Oh, crap. Sometimes there's a little bit of water on top. I just usually give it a little sideways tip. Get it out of there. You know, remove them the same way you put them in, and then you set them on a towel. The towel serves as the purpose to prevent shock. You do not want to set your hot glass onto something that could possibly have cold water or something in it, because that will cause your glass to shatter. Anybody who's done it and then up with something from the oven directly to like a counter or a sink, you learn one time. Hear that? That was a pop. So it's already sealing. So anyhow, see here, I got room in between each jar to allow for adequate cooling. And then you're not supposed to mess with them for 24 or so hours. But when you hear that pop, that means it's sealed already. So job well done. Let's see if we can't get another pop happening. Oh, yeah, good job. That's the happiest sound to a canner. So anyhow, there you have it. Water bath, apple butter, 10 minutes.